Welcome to Study Loop.
So, Biotech Corporation is a biotech company based in Milpitas, and it makes cancer treatment drugs in a single processing department. And we're given um, a table that shows the physical unit, direct materials, and conversion costs for the year 2008, or rather 2011 July. And the first question wants us to calculate the cost per equivalent unit for direct material and conversion costs. So we want to find equivalent unit for direct material. So for this, I'm going to be making it a table. And then we have the number, the particulars, the equivalent unit, and the cost. So the first particular is the opening stock, and we have 8,500 units of that, and it costs $63,100. Then we have the additions during the month, and the unit is 35,000, and it costs 284,900. Then the total of this is 43,500, and the cost is 348,000. Now the cost per equivalent unit is $8. So the closing stock at 8 equivalent units would be 10,500 for the equivalent unit and 84,000 for this. And then moving on, the units transferred at 8 would be 33,000 for this and 264,000. And then we have the total. The total is the total of the closing stock and the units transferred. So that's 5 plus 6. And the total of it is 348,000. Now, the difference between them would be the total for this minus the total for this. which is 3 minus 7. And you can see that if you go down, it is 0. So that's it. So this is how the equivalent units for direct material table should look like. Second question. Summarize total cost to account for and assign total cost to units compared and transferred out and to units in ending work in process. So want to calculate the equivalent units for conversion cost. And then we have the number, the particulars, the physical unit, and the equivalent unit. And then we have the physical units. So we're going to fill the table. So the first number, we have number 1 to 9. And the first particular is the opening stock. And physical unit is 8,500 and the equivalent unit is 1,700. So therefore the total cost, the cost to be 45,510. Now the next one is the work done on opening stock and it's 8,500, 6,800 and nothing for that. So the next thing is the stock added and this is 35,000, this is 35,000 and that's it. Now the next one is the incomplete units. So the incomplete units is 10,500, the equivalent unit is 4,200 and the total is $485,040. And the total equivalent unit would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. And then you add everything together and then you get 39,300 and the total for this will be 530,550. So the cost per equivalent unit would be 13.50. Then the unit transferred at 13.50 cost per equivalent unit would be 33,000 for that. 33,000 and the cost is 445,500. Now the closing stock at 13.50 cost per equivalent unit is 33,000, 6,300 and $85,050. So now the total would be 39,300, and for this it would be 530,550. So the difference in them in the total would be nothing. So that's the table for the equivalent unit of conversion cost.